Oh yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, it's been kind of a little bit of a hot minute since the last time you guys saw me. If you didn't see the last video, you guys will see that I am in finally a new boat here. Obviously, as you guys can imagine, things were pretty stressful. I was trying to get the boat rigged in like 3 days with all my electronics, accessories, everything like that to get ready to turn around and guide after I got the boat. I think I posted that video like 11 or 12, maybe 13 days ago, almost 2 weeks, but everything is finally done. We've got some new electronics, some new technology and stuff on board that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. So that's kind of the main point of today's video. But obviously, for a lot of guys that are wondering, just kind of maybe go over some things that I've added to the boat or changed or whatever since the last video you saw. It's been pretty fun. Also been pretty stressful though, guiding every single day, pretty much leading up to my Green Bay, Wisconsin trip, which I'm leaving for tomorrow. And that's why I wanna get this video out. So yeah, let's just do kind of a walkthrough. We will wait to get to those pretty beauties up in the front here. But yeah, my Mercury 4-stroke 150 here is so pretty that I had to give her a nice hat. I have too many clients in the boat that oftentimes have too much line out back behind them when they're casting 3/8 to half-ounce jigs around. So I wanted to make sure that the Mercury's cowling was protected, so I did pop for the vented cover on the engine. That one you can leave on there all the time. It's not just a storage thing. What else? I mean, let's just walk up the trailer steps here, kind of go throughout the boat. I mean, I don't even remember what was in that last video, honestly, before, but added a 5-banger rod holder situation right there. I've got a Lakewood Products planer board holder right there. Added another cup holder over here because these guys are a little small. Added another little cup holder over here for myself. In the glove box here, I added some like toolbox liner, so it's not just everything in the glove box banging around. So that it's kind of like almost like shelf liner, but a little bit tougher, looks a little bit better too. So highly recommend that if you guys have a plastic bottom on your glove box. But yeah, I don't know, not a lot of people really care about like the little knickknacks and stuff that you add on a boat. Maybe some people do. But again, like I said at the beginning of the video, the main point of this whole thing is to kind of explain everything that I've done differently that I've made so many videos about before. The first of which is the lithium drill battery situation, which I'm no longer running, and that's because I finally got my Garmin 1243 XSV. That's a GPS map unit. I've got that rigged up on the double stack mount from Stowaway. So you guys can see here, I've got my original Stowaway mount, and Stowaway mount sells a double stack accessory for 75 bucks that just goes right on to the tube of the mount itself. And you can see the gimbal mount is kind of rigged up sideways, and then you just loosen these knobs up to get the configuration however you want there. But I've got the 1243 XSV rigged up above the 106 SV. So the reason why I chose to do that is because GPS maps unfortunately will not talk to Echo maps whatsoever. So I've got the 1243 rigged up for dedicated live scope, and then I've got the 106 Ultra below it for dedicated mapping. Can use side scan, traditional sonar, whatever you want. A lot of people have been asking me in literally the last 24 hours why, what's the advantage of running 2 graphs in the front double stacked like that? I think the biggest thing for me, and just kind of like over time and getting used to everything and figuring out exactly what you like and exactly what you need on a boat, and especially me being a full-time fishing guide, 300 days on the year, I kind of figured that out pretty quick. So in the front here, it's so much easier to have 2 graphs. Like for me, I like to switch back and forth between screens. And when you do that on your Echo maps and everything, you've got your 4 buttons, your hotkeys on the side to switch between screens. And like for me, if I'm navigating from waypoint to waypoint, it's just so much easier having one dedicated unit for mapping. So my 12-inch unit at the front for live scope stays on the live scope screen, and I've got my map with my waypoints and everything right down below it. So that's kind of where I feel like I have an advantage doing that. Obviously, running 4 graphs in your boat is not for everybody, but seeing as how I fish for a living, that definitely benefits me. So yeah, then I guess at the console here, I've got the 126 Ultra rigged up next to the regular 93 SV. This one right here I use for dedicated maps, also next to the 126 for down scan, side scan, traditional, whatever. But the beauty of having all 4 graphs like this, so this Echo map, and the 106 Ultra, they all talk to each other. So when I throw a waypoint here, vice versa, or whatever, it throws it up to the 106 Ultra. And honestly, it really doesn't matter if these graphs aren't talking to the GPS map, because again, that is my dedicated live scope unit. So having all my Echo maps talk to each other when I'm graphing at the console like that, and need to throw a waypoint down, it throws it up to the front. I've got both screens up there. I can throw live scope down. I've got the map, good to go. I've been holding out on installing this for so long, mostly just because when I got my new boat rigged up, this one here, I rigged it up with the DeWalt drill battery situation, only because I knew that I was gonna get the GPS 1243 XSV from Garmin, but I was also gonna make a new investment in a new lithium battery, get rid of the drill battery situation and upgrade to a larger lithium battery that can handle all that juice. And that's exactly what I did last night, so let's go over that. So the company that I went with for my lithium battery is Millertech. There's like so many new lithium battery companies out there now, but this one was recommended by my buddy Max Gordon, who runs the Garmin Fishing Electronics Facebook group. So now that I've got everything installed, let's get into this compartment here. You guys can see, super small, super light. This is the 12 volt, 45 amp hour battery from Millertech. So what I did here is I have a just normal battery strap that I installed to keep that nice and tight. It's actually right up here next to my black box. The really cool thing, I don't know if other companies do this or not, maybe they do, but it's kind of hard to see here with that strap in the way, but it's got an LED indicator right here to show you where your voltage is at and the status. So right now the status is at 48, 50%. Oh, I turned it off. It's very sensitive on the touch. But yeah, we're running 13 volts at 48%. I had that fully charged this morning and we fished for 6 hours. And again, that Millertech 45 amp hour battery powers my 1243 XSV, my 106 Ultra, and the black box itself down in here. So you can expect that to really be drawing a lot of juice, which is why I decided to go with the 45 amp hour. Maybe I could have gotten bigger, but I got a really good deal. Those guys are awesome to work with, super fast shipping. I had a guide trip yesterday. I mean, I've had guide trips like almost once or twice a day for the last week here getting ready for Green Bay, but that Millertech showed up the other day and so did the 1243 XSV. So bottom line, I just really needed to get that installed before I left for Green Bay. It took me about a half hour last night and we've got it all done, and I could not be happier. Because like I said, I had that at 100% this morning and we fished for 6.5 hours today. All 3 units, or I should say 2 units plus the black box, and it's just now at 50%. I did opt for also, I'll show you guys that here in a separate clip, but the 20 amp charger from Millertech also for lithium batteries. That 20 amp charger, when this battery, this 45 amp hour battery is completely dead, it will charge that 45 amp hour battery in a little bit over 2 hours, which is exactly what I need, especially when I'm running 2 trips a day. In case the batteries are getting juiced or anything, I can charge it right back up if I need to. So I will leave the Millertech link down in the description. I don't have a discount code or anything, but they're a small company. Like I said, the shipping is super fast, great guys to work with. I talked to one of the guys this morning about that, just bragging on how good it's been this first day, and I'm super jacked. So again, I will leave all that information down in the description, as well as, and this is something that I don't feel like I really gave enough credit to, mostly just because this is the first time I've actually had the opportunity to run it ever since they sent me the double stack mount. But my guys, Larry and Steve at Stowaway Mounts, again, when you buy, you don't buy all of this together. You buy the actual Stowaway mount by itself, and then you buy the double stack accessory, which I think is 75 bucks on the website. But as always, if you guys are followers of the channel, you can save 10% on all Stowaway Mounts gear and accessories on stowawaymounts.com with the discount code KAE10, the absolute best mount on the market. I've been working with these guys for the last year and a half, probably helped develop their first ever Stowaway mount. I was fortunate enough to get the prototype and then kind of work on things from there. They've got tons of accessories, just like the paracord drawstring right here to pop that up and then fold the whole unit down. These are just held on by little Allen wrench kind of set screws right here. So if you guys can't lay your whole unit down with that bottom unit, you can actually loosen up that set screw right there, move the unit off to the side so that you can get the whole thing to lay down for travel and whatnot. But yeah, needless to say, having the 12-inch 1243 XSV in the front with the 106 Ultra below it, and then having the 126 Ultra with the 93 back here for dedicated mapping is easily my dream electronic setup. And having that Millertech 45 amp hour battery, lithium battery, is definitely the bee's knees. It sure beats carrying 3 drill batteries with me at all times, switching them out with customers on the boat and stuff. It was actually kind of weird in my guide trip this morning to just continuously run these graphs without having to worry about when the battery was going to die. Something I probably should have done a long time ago, but if you guys are on a budget and you don't want to spend quite that much on a lithium battery, the DeWalt lithium battery hack is a great startup hack if you guys are just trying to get used to it. But if you're a hardcore fisherman on the lake all the time and want to spend like, you know, 8 to 12 hours or whatever fishing, then I definitely highly recommend upping to a bigger lithium battery like the 45 amp hour from Millertech. So thank you guys so much for hooking me up with that. Again, I will leave all that information in the description below if you guys want to pick one up. Tell them I sent you. Maybe they'll hook you up with a discount code, who knows. But yeah, in the meantime here, I'm just kind of pacing around. It is Saturday afternoon. You guys might see this video Saturday night, tonight, or Sunday. I leave for Green Bay for my annual walleye trip up there. Tomorrow night, my buddy DJ and I are gonna drive up overnight. Unfortunately, the conditions did not play out in our favor for that trip. We're only probably gonna be able to fish the Fox River into Pier. Not gonna be able to get out on the Big Bay, unfortunately, on the big water because the ice is not blown out yet. It's been a really cold spring. Either way, the plan is to catch a pile of walleyes, no matter what size they are, in the river, wherever we end up. So seeing as how it is Saturday afternoon, I have no laundry done, I have nothing packed, and I've gotta get this thing charged up and ready to go, get air in the tires so we can leave tomorrow night. So again, huge shout out to my boys at Stowaway Mounts for hooking me up with the double stack mount. Huge shout out to Garmin. Being a brand ambassador for a local company like Garmin is something that I could not have dreamed of being a part of, and being so fortunate enough to get my boat, my new boat especially, rigged out with all the graphs that I want, and the Millertech 45 amp hour battery, which by the way is so light. I can lift that thing with my pinky, so don't think that lithiums are like your regular deep cycle battery where they're super heavy. That thing's like probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches long and weighs like less than 5 pounds or something like that. So highly recommend, if you guys have the means to upgrade all of your stuff to a bigger lithium battery. So give the guys at Millertech a shout. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown now that I have my new boat all rigged out. There's literally nothing else that I need to do to this boat besides fish, and today was the first day I was able to run that new GPS map on top of the 106 in the front of the boat with the Millertech battery. Could not be happier. Absolute dream electronic setup, absolute dream boat right here. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So hope you guys learned something from this video. Again, all the links for everything that I'm using and described in this video will be in the description below, including, cannot forget, obviously, the Sea Light pole. These guys finally have poles back in stock. They were on back order forever. Obviously, everybody dealing with supply chain issues. So do have a discount code listed for my live scope pole, the Sea Light pole, the best one on the market. And that's it. Those are all my shameless plugs for everything that I've rigged my boat out with. I just wanted to share it with you guys before I head up north to walleye camp and hopefully catch a pile of walleyes and make a bunch of videos for you guys. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and the next time you guys see me, I will be in Green Bay, Wisconsin.